And now it's alive. Just a couple things on my second monitor here.
Gotta get this pulled up so I can have it all.
Alright, now I'm trying to remember what I was actually doing last time. Oh yeah, I just cleared this fight, that's right.
However you come to the gold-covered bridge that leads to Hell, you may find it guarded by a giantess. She will ask your name. She will ask your lineage. She will ask your business. The Northmen tell of the warrior woman Brynhild, who leapt into fire and rode to Hell to join her slain love Sigurd, and is challenged by the giantess.
Alright. Locked from the other side.
You just gotta go to hell.
The journey to Helheim is never a straight one. Each must find their own path. Align yourself to its secrets, and you will find yours.
I feel like those two hanging X things are gonna create a pattern for you.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Just trying to find the angle. Oh, I probably have to go higher to do it. I have to make my way up there somehow. Well, actually, let me try.
Why are there X's all over the floor?
Because it warns whenever there's a symbol nearby that you could potentially identify.
Yeah. You have to be positioned in a specific way. Because usually they pop up the thing on screen if you're near where you can do it.
And there it is.
Up there we are. Oh, that was simpler than I expected it to be. Oh, I probably have to get up on the second floor to do the one.
It's probably that same object that you just got the X out of.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was thinking, because you
the
can kind of see, like, the triangle-shaped thing there. That makes me think I have to find another way up there. Yeah, because if you looked at it from the top floor, you might be able to get the symbol.
Yeah.
I think looking at it from the side,
Ah, maybe.
like, you can get like up to the second level.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. I have to find a way up to the second
Alright.
level. Looks like there's, like, supposed to be a path here.
Probably.
Can't walk up it, though. There seems to be an area to the right over here as well.
I am now going to mute you on Discord for me, Phil, so I can not hear your voice twice.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, yep, there's a path over here.
I just muted the game.
Well, I want to be able to hear the game audio.
Yeah, the game audio is actually pretty interesting in this one.
Yeah, it's just I don't know how much. I think there's like a few second delay.
I think I put
A
it down
couple
as
of
low as I
seconds,
can
but it's
go.
not nearly as bad as it was before.
Yeah, I turned down the delay, so turns out I was wrong. It actually has. Okay, that's what you have to do. Yeah, because I turned it down to the lowest delay, so it turns out I'm wrong. What it does is that if you set it to the lowest delay settings, you can't do 4K, and you can't do closed captions. So it won't auto-generate closed captions for your thing. And you can't set it to 4K resolution, which I'm not going to be streaming at 4K resolution anyway. I don't think my computer and my current internet can handle it.
That's fair.
Looks like you gotta go to the other side of it.
Looks like from some angle.
I
should be
think
able to
that
see a
one
Z.
thing is going to create all of the symbols.
That's what I'm thinking. And for a second I thought I saw the Z pop up.
From that side, it's gonna be backwards.
Yeah.
You gotta get to the other side of it.
That's why I would have... Camera's doing something. Oh, I might have just tapped the right trigger by accident.
At the very least, with the decreased delay, us giving commentary towards you in game
It's more
won't
helpful,
be
yeah.
as
It's gonna be a lot...
pointless.
It's not gonna be as awkward. Basically.
It's like, oh no, look out! That was 10 seconds ago. I'm fine. They're dead.
Yeah. Alright, there we go. Now I need to find the one that basically assembles it, the other symbol that I'm forgetting what
It was
it's...
a little forgiving on that.
Yeah, honestly I was worried it was going to be asinine with it, so I'm kind of glad that they were a bit... Oh, hello. Here's an area over here. At least I hope so. I mean, they're letting me go here, so I'm assuming there's something over here.
Probably how you're going to get up to the next level.
Maybe.
So I assume you didn't die too many more times in the time away that I did not witness last stream, because it doesn't look like the thing has crept up your arm too much.
I think I only died the one time you saw on stream. Because what I did when you left is I believe I took down the illusion guy. I'm blanking on his name.
Oh, nice.
And honestly, doing the illusion guy second made me realize you were probably intended to do him first. Because he was way easier. Well, I can open up the shortcut.
The symbol appeared for a second while you were up there, so it means you were near it.
Yep, I just came down here to get this lore stone.
Tall are her walls, high are her gates. The name of her dish is hunger.
Fair.
Her knife is famine. On her threshold all will stumble. Her bed is called sick bed, and her bed hangings are called flames of a funeral pyre. They say she is easy to recognize, half black and half the color of flesh, and her face menacing and grim.
Alright, so that's all the lore rocks for this area.
They certainly seem to be going with a very traditional depiction of hell. Or hello.
Yeah. Oh, that was really lenient, okay. Ironically, the one on the ground level was the one where it was the most finicky
It's
with
just
it.
like, yeah, you know what it is.
Yeah. Alright.
Now will there be more fire?
That is to be seen. There's something over there. And doesn't look like it. I thought for a second there I saw a face in that rock. So I thought it might be like one of the mother messages.
It's opening. Who is it? It's coming.
Chances are high that it's also just the visual flare being...
It's Hella.
Yes.
Senua's
The
perceptions.
source of the darkness. It's coming. This is your moment.
I'm sorry. I can't watch this.
What are you doing? You're showing weakness. You're not a warrior. You're a disgrace. The gods will punish you for this. Pick up the sword. Pick it up. Fight the darkness. Fight it. Get up. Get up. Get up and fight.
Up. That ended badly.
Stormy seas and lost souls. She's dreamt of this before.
Your sword did not
They say
survive.
dreams are visions
No, it did
of
not.
memories, thoughts, and fears, as seen by our inner eye. But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake, and we only see what our inner eye creates for us? Is this what hell is? A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people feared seeing the world through her eyes. Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
You failed the gods. You're pathetic. Rotten. Cursed. What were you thinking? Did you really think you could win? How stupid can you be? Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
The shadow hates.
Look at you. A warrior. Worthless. Weak. Pathetic. Go on. Feel sorry for yourself, because there's no one left to do that for you.
Everywhere. You failed. What's that?
Take it. If you're too much of a coward to fight, then end the suffering. Broken and lost. Just like your sword.
Come on. Dare.
Why go on when you give everything and face that which torments you, only to find that it is worse than you could have imagined? Why go on? Is it really so weak to ask this? Or are we just so afraid of the honest answer that we do not dare pose the question? Sometimes the answer lies in a memory, a feeling, a song.
Lol. Titanfall 2 is under $10 now.
Oh, nice.
It's a trick. Don't trust it. Maybe you're already dead. Who are you?
That's actually one of my favorite first-person shooters.
It's a trick.
I've heard good things about it. Never played it.
I've never played it either. I was just looking for co-op games.
Ah, fair.
It's pretty fun.
Come to me. Please.
The issue with it does largely fall to the fact that I think the multiplayer servers are pretty much down at this point. The game doesn't have much support anymore.
There he is. It can't be him. It's just a
Yeah.
trick. It's in your mind. No, he's here. It's in your mind. It's real. It's happening. Go towards it.
Alright, I'm back in control. There's a fireplace here. I'm unfortunately swordless now.
Did they force you to take more corruption from that?
I think so.
Kind of looks like it.
I think that was a scripted death. Hold up, I think there's a rock down here.
Damn.
I was actually wondering if their mechanic for permadeath is actually true, or they just wanted to freak out the players and give you a bit more stress.
I think Armored actually had the answer, and I just don't remember what it was.
Both are equally possible.
I remember when Jim Sterling gave this a really bad review because he was enjoying it, but then he hit an insurmountable bug. That basically locked him out of the rest of the game.
There it is.
You always gotta hate that.
It's Dylan. He's gone. You were so slow. How could you? Keep going. How could you? Keep going. Ignore the pain. I told you it was to trick you. We told you. Where are you going? See, there's nothing to follow. Come on.
Ice clinking around in a metal bottle is a lot louder than I thought it was gonna be.
Oh, that's what that is. I was wondering what that sound was.
You think I was just shaking a maraca or something?
She was
No.
not in a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father Zinbal made sure of that. Only occasionally did she venture out on her own, collecting firewood and herbs. Errands out in the Orkney Plains. That was her world. Like this one. Barren and lonely.
Trying to keep my eye open for any lore rocks. There might not be any in this area just because it might be like a cryptid area.
It seems pretty follow a straight pathy.
Oh wait, there's a little deviation over here. Does it actually amount to? Oh yeah. It's not a lore rock, but it's this.
Senua, there will be times that you will feel alone and exhausted, like a strange little fish swimming against the tides of the big ocean. But have the faith to let go and let the tide carry you away. Because the whole ocean is your home, and it does not ask you to swim against it.
I just saw the worst practical joke I could play on anyone who wanted to try out VR.
But
Punch them in the dick the moment they put it on.
No.
Nothing lives.
Set up Green Hell on VR.
Ugh.
Put them in it.
You think you can see it, but it's in your mind.
We did not have fun with that
There
game.
he was.
sorry, which game again?
At the
I
very
missed.
least, I didn't.
Green Hell.
Shade of a tree.
It's like a super hardcore survival game,
Right.
First time she saw him.
and we did not have fun. We got eaten by ants,
Of dancing.
suffered many parasites that was under the skin of our character,
The glue.
and had a lot of hallucinations.
For the first time in years, she felt a ray of hope.
Oh, there we go. There's a lower stone.
It was just not a good time all round.
Generally a bad one.
The north.
Okay, this is the first lore stone in this area, so I didn't miss anything.
His name is Sigmund. His father's hall was built around a great tree, and one day, Odin comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever can release it. Many try, but the sword
Yeah, so I
only
can
comes
buy it
out
on the
with
VR
Sigmund's
set.
touch. His brother-in-law, King Siggeir,
That
wants
just
it,
does not sound
but
like a
Sigmund
good
refuses
time.
him. So King Siggeir plots revenge. He invites Sigmund and his brothers to a feast, but when they arrive, they are met with an army, not a warm welcome. King Siggeir captures Sigmund and his brothers, steals his coveted sword, and readies them for execution.
Damn, what a dick. Seems to be 2 paths here. Oh, hey, another lore rock. Nice.
Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain.
Which divergent path shall you
But the
take
king's
upon
wife
yourself?
is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a servant with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end? Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears again, you'll never guess what happens.
Well. Okay, I guess I need to find the next lore rock to get that.
Find the next stone, obviously.
Of course, they live on a goddamn cliffhanger.
Look at where you are. You're literally nothing but a cliffhanger.
Okay, apparently there's nothing to do with this door yet. Well, I guess back to what I thought was the main path anyways. Come on, Senua. Fortunately, she can only run at Silent Hill protagonist jog pace.
Look, she clearly has an injury to her side or something wrong with her ribs.
Fair.
Hard to run.
Fair. What's behind this boat over here? Looks like there's something behind this boat. Hey, another lore rock. Oh god, this area is huge.
As the
Maybe they'll tell you what happened with the she-wolf and the honey.
Face,
Yep.
he bites the wolf's tongue. The she-wolf pulls away, but Sigmund holds on. The chains break, and he is free. After his escape, Sigmund lives like us, hidden in the forest. His enemy, King
Maybe I should
Siggeir,
try
believing him
playing
dead,
Final Fantasy
as his
14
sister
again.
plots revenge.
That's a commitment.
And for vengeance to succeed, even the great Sigmund needs help. So she sends her sons to him. But their blood is weak and corrupted, and they're put to death by Sigmund. So his sister hatches a new plan, one that is cold of heart and pure of blood.
Alright, and find the next lore stone to figure out what that plan is. Got it.
Well, man, French is a wolf that's licking his face.
Yeah, and then bites her tongue off.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's Norse mythology. I was fully expecting I was going to go the direction where he just starts fucking the wolf.
Didn't say anything about biting the tongue off, to be fair. Didn't say he didn't.
You know what? Fair. It did not say he didn't fuck the wolf.
I can't remember if Norse mythology was that horny or was just I'm thinking about Greek.
There's some stuff. Both were pretty horny. I know that at some point in Norse mythology, Loki fucked a horse.
I would say that Norse mythology categorically was less horny.
It wasn't as horny as Greek mythology, but it was pretty horny.
Day after day.
It's kind of hard to be as horny as Greek mythology.
Perfecting her own secret dance. Wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last.
I remember one where I think it was Poseidon was displeased by a island king's tribute that he decided to cuck
Sigmund's sister,
the island
trades
king by
ships
having
with
his
sorcerers,
wife
and in disguise,
attracted to bulls.
she lies with her own brother. She gives birth to a son named Sinful.
And
I don't know
TR'd
if
by
that was
wolves.
Poseidon or
After
Zeus,
time,
but I assume you're
sends him
talking
to
about the
forest
Bull of
to seek
Minos.
He
Yeah,
tests the boy and finds him strong and fearless.
I think it was Poseidon because
So they go to
people
take
were
their
supposed to
vengeance
throw
on King
like
Sigurd.
stuff into the sea, and one of the kings was like,
Luck is not on
"I'll
them.
send the second best,
They're captured. And Sigurd
cattle
has
I
them
have.
buried alive.
Not the best because I need to sell that shit."
The story of the Minotaur actually revolved around him asking for a blessing from the god, receiving that bull as a blessing on the condition that in a year he would give it back to the god as an offering, but he became too infatuated with keeping it because of how powerful it was.
Yep. And then I believe his wife fucks the bull, and then that's how the Minotaur comes into being.
Where are you going?
Where is she going?
Yep.
What is she following? You can't even fight.
I just found it funny the steps the wife took. It's like, I want to fuck this bull.
Effortlessly caught the world and
Make me a fucking encasement
Only she could
thing
do the same.
so the bull thinks I'm
See
one
the
of them.
world through eyes anew.
Oh yes, that was a component of it.
Dance with it,
Arf.
just like he does.
Again, Fails. Keep in mind this is a public stream.
Yes. But to be fair, I've also referenced to bull fucking, so...
I mean, I tried keeping it PG a bit.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, it is marked. I know YouTube doesn't
Listen,
actually
you,
give a
you
shit, but I
set the
did...
standard for what is allowed on the stream, and then we will meet it and potentially exceed it.
Yeah. Well, I'll just say it like this. I've marked the stream as not for kids, so... It's not age restricted, but it is marked as not for kids, so I'm gonna say we could get away with a good amount of shit. Hopefully.
That's fair.
Even then, someone will go, "Oh no, they said a bad word."
Well, YouTube will probably go, but... well, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it.
What's your
Yeah.
name?
She
Oh,
is
no,
very
the camera.
I
pale.
haven't seen you before.
Yeah, well, assuming Lily, this is a glimpse into her before she went through all this shit.
Zeno's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one.
Well, I watched you, and
You learnt all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior, you know.
me?
I'm Dilly. I'm here for the warrior trials. Just come and watch. And bring your sword.
Her face and neck are
can't
so
put it
much
into
paler
words.
than her arms.
Moment when you look into the eyes of the one who's supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are. But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all. Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy you.
They won't stop me. I can still feel him.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
No.
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Shut up! Dillian? Is that you? I'll find you, my love. I promise.
The implication here is that there is something in that. Oh, wait, is that another lore rock? No? Not one I can interact with yet.
The Rock of Lore.
The Rock of Lore. Oh, there's a lore. Of course, I go looking for it in the place that's off the beaten path, and it's just right there in the middle of the fucking room. Ay.
As Sigmund and Sinfjotli are being buried alive, Sigmund's sister throws an armful of straw into the grave mound. Hidden in the straw is Sigmund's sword, the gift of Odin. They cut their way out of the grave mound and set fire to Siggeir's hall. The king burns to death. Sigmund calls to his sister to come out so that she may live and be honored. She does come out, but only to tell him the truth. That she had slept with him, her brother, to beget a strong avenger. I am not fit to live, she says, and walks back into the fire. Strike vengeance from your heart, Senua, as there is always a heavy price to pay.
Huh. I'm not sure if the moral of that story is strike vengeance from your heart, and more the moral of that story is don't fuck your sister. Well, here's another lore rock that's directly right next to the other one, so...
They gotta pack them in close.
The end
Yeah.
of Sigmund's story. He was a fierce and great warrior who fought many battles. But one day, an old man came onto the battlefield. Although shadowed by a hood, Sigmund saw that he only had one eye. The man raised his spear, and Sigmund struck at it with his sword, but the sword shattered into pieces. Sigmund then knew that this was
Of course.
Odin, and thus that victory could not be his. He bowed his head and accepted his end. Dying, he tells his wife that she is with child, and that her son will one day make a great weapon out of the fragments of his sword. The sword named Gram.
Oh, is that what I'm gonna get? Grom? I wouldn't mind getting Grom.
Potential.
And I found the entrance to the tree.
What a weird little meandering path you had to take just to go over some roots.
Yep. That's what happens when you have a game with no jump button.
Ah, upgraded sword.
The sword screams at you.
What's happening?
Nope, you've died too many times. You're too corrupted for this sword.
A sword that can slay
That's a
gods.
different game.
Its name is Gramr. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great warrior can reforge Gramr by answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the Tree of Death will take you to new lands where you will face the trials.
Go to the shard. Go to the shard. Go to the shard. What's the shard? Find it. Where is it?
Okay, now I know what the purpose of these things are.
Focus. Where's the shard? Focus.
It's so you can have nice little challenges.
Get closer.
A king in the north forced the dwarves to make a sword that would never fail and never rust, and that would slice through
Because
iron
Odin
and
can't do
stone
anything simple.
and bring victory to its bearer.
No, he cannot.
But the angry dwarves cursed it. It would be the death of a man every time it was drawn. And it would be the death of the king. Let me tell you about the sword Tyrving.
I don't recognize this place. Where are we? Where is she?
It feels wrong. Where are we now? Burial mound.
I think in terms of like historical swords of great power, Norse mythology probably has the most. Be them swords or just generally weapons.
Ordinary,
Right?
inevitable. It's as if we conspire to hide death. Because we have no answer for it. But when it comes and forces itself onto our friends or loved ones, then comes the reckoning.
Dead in the air.
Senua, you remind me of a story that the Northmen tell about a young woman warrior. Her name is Hervor, the daughter of a berserker born after he was killed. She's a wild, willful child who teaches herself to fight with weapons. When she learns where her father is buried, her only desire is to reclaim the treasure buried with him, but above all, the sword, Tyrving.
At least I seem to be moving at full speed again.
Yeah.
Like she's no longer grasping her assumedly broken rib.
It just got better.
Yeah. It just naturally healed. She has Wolverine regeneration powers.
She relied on her Norse blood and just pulled it back out.
Wouldn't it be pulled it back into place?
Well, it wasn't sticking out, so it was probably punching inwards.
Ah, fair.
Or if it was sticking out slightly, you just go and get it out of there.
Yeah, that looks like the intended path. I just want to stick around and see if there's any lore stones. Nope, doesn't appear to be any lore rocks.
It sounds like you gotta be a gravedigger.
Yep. Gotta go.
Go in. You have to go in. Take the door. It's too dark. Take it. This will help you. Careful. You have to be able to see.
Oh shit.
Who's there?
There's something in here with me.
Darkness.
Dillian, I'm here. I'm here for the trials. Like when we first met, remember?
Came in from there. Labyrinth.
I'll find him.
What was that? Did you hear that? Nothing. Was that voices? Is that his?
Oh boy.
Voices dead. Not Dillian. Dillian's calling. Don't touch the walls. You don't know what they might do. Turn back. She has to keep going. It's not safe here. She has to keep going. If you
Oop,
go down
rock.
there, no one can save you. It's too scary.
I can hear him.
Herver disguises herself as a man to join a band of warriors, and soon becomes their leader. When they come to the island where her father is buried,
It's a bit
her
odd. Sometimes
men
the
do not
delay
want
is
to
really
go
long
ashore.
and sometimes
They
it's
say
short.
that evil haunts the island,
Yeah.
and that it is a worse place by day than other places are by night. Fearless, she lands alone. There are many grave mounds, and all of them have ghostly flames burning over them. She comes to the grave mound of her father after passing through these ghostly fires, as though they were mist. The flames I passed through were real enough. Damn the Northmen to hell.
That's the end of that little rock.
The voice is getting louder. Listen, Dillian. Listen, listen, listen. It's him. Listen. It's getting louder. There he is. You're getting this. Keep going. Senua, follow the voice. You're nearly there. Dillian's voice. It's him.
Oh, it's I have to follow the voice.
Find the voice. Find him.
Sounds like it was coming from my.
It's not him. It's not him. We told you. We told you it was a trick.
I seem to be going. Tunnel here.
Voice doesn't sound like Dillian. What's happening?
Quiet.
It's not him.
He wants me to find him. I'm lost without him.
Accidentally talked to my dad there for a second.
That doesn't sound like it. What's in there? What is it? A secret room. Yes. How do you get it?
That voice. It's not Dillian.
Find a way. There has to be a way. Find a way. There's always a way. Don't stop now. Don't give up now. Find a way. You're too close to stop.
The world's getting a little wobbly.
Dillian wants me to face my fears.
Why?
I'm leaving. I've decided. I think it will be good for me.
It's the darkness. It's speaking through
No,
you.
Dad, it's me. I think I can beat it. In my own way.
I can see the darkness in your eyes, child.
I met a boy.
Boy.
The chief answered.
No.
He said he could help me.
It's a trick.
He said I could be normal.
Normal?
Yes.
No boy is going to save you. No one can. When they see the rot growing inside you, they will turn their back on you. The gods can only fix you through my hand. You're going nowhere.
No.
You will not defy the gods. Come, child, take my hand. Come, Senua.
I am leaving!
You cannot escape the darkness. Your curse will make everyone suffer. You will have blood on your hands!
Alright, that's the first trial down.
It's done. You did it, but there's more. Keep going. There's more. You're tired, but you have to keep going. There's still more. There's always more to do. It's not going to be easy. You're getting tired. Can you do another one? It's too much. Have you been
Already got that one.
She hasn't got the energy.
Gotta touch more rock.
So I'm hoping the other two are going to be in the other ones, because if they were all in that maze, that's annoying as hell.
Yeah, it would be nice if there was some variant between them.
I saw once a plague strike northern lands of ice. It was so terrible that not the oldest man among us could remember the like. Hundreds died. The sickness took nearly every person younger than 40 and many older. And where dying mothers gave birth, the marks of the plague were on the babes as they came out of the womb.
Where are we? I don't like it. This place feels... What is this place? This place feels... It's... creepy. It feels wrong. It feels strange.
A bog.
Where is it? Where are we? Turn back. This is wrong. This has to be wrong.
A rock? No.
This place stinks. It's disgusting. It smells like death. There he is. There he is. The light. Go towards it. He's in the house. He's going in. He's disappearing. Follow him. Don't let him disappear. The air's gone. Keep going. How do you find it?
It's a test. Like the old warrior trials. Dillian will help me.
Just one
Alright.
little
Up
taste.
into the bog.
You can almost reach him.
Waist deep in God knows fucking what. Oh, more than waist deep. Now in breast deep. Okay. It just gets worse.
Taste it.
Listen,
Do you smell it?
sometimes you gotta put your titties in some detritus.
Don't worry. Not everyone.
You know what? Fair.
It was a warm spring day when she went to the river with Dillian and the others. But the water. She could taste the rot. But no one else could. She knew something was wrong. Something sinister.
Well, he's definitely got some sort of undead parasite now.
Laughed at her.
Yeah.
It's magic.
But soon enough,
I can't imagine it's good for her arm wound.
no one was laughing. And they knew that she was not like them.
Oh, we're doing this thing again.
Oh no.
Doing illusion stuff. Yay.
It's broken. Fix it. You have to fix it.
Subliminal
How
space.
are you going to fix it? You can't get to the house until the
Ah, I have to look at it from the other angle. Okay.
Get to the house. Get to the house and finish this trial. It doesn't finish until you get to the house. Before he disappears, Senua. You have to get in.
Yeah, voices. I get it.
Listen, they're just trying to give you advice and also screw you over.
Yes. Oh, are they trying to screw me over? Get it from I probably have to get up. Yes. Fortunately, still no war rocks.
Maybe you need to go through those illusion things
Yeah.
to readjust it.
There we are.
The Northmen.
Okay, yep, they were all in that maze. God damn it.
A light shaped like a half moon that appears inside a house and goes around the walls. I once saw the death moon appear at a farm, and first the shepherd died, then a guest died, and then the farmhands, and then the farmer and 6 of his men drowned at sea. But that is not the end of it, because the dead return to haunt the living. If you see the death moon, then beware, because there will be death in that house.
That's it. You did it. Shh. Up the tower. The tower. How do you get to the tower? Find a way. The ladder is broken. How do you get up the tower? Senua. You found a way. To climb the tower. The ladder.
There we go.
Quick. What now? You can see it. Aligned to the truth.
And from what I've seen, if going off the lore rocks, this game is probably pretty short if you know what you're doing, so... I imagine going back to replay for that collectible wouldn't be too bad.
You passed the trial. Get to the house. You succeeded.
But I think I see another lore rock down there.
I just found something out about Fallout 76 that makes you want to play the game again.
Also,
You can tame wildlife.
gotta go out into the wild and pick yourself up a raccoon.
You joke,
I don't.
but you can get yourself a raccoon.
Perfect.
Or at least an opossum.
Fuck.
But yeah, apparently you can tame things like the death claws and just have them just chilling out at your base.
Senua! Come to me! Where are you?
I'm here. I'm right here.
Are you in there?
Where is he?
Come out if you are.
You have to find him. The runes.
There was a Northman called Grettir. Big, red-haired, immensely strong. But he was afraid of the dark. It happened one night that an undead creature came to his house to drag him outside into darkness and kill him. He resisted with every ounce of his strength. He clung to the doorframe, but it gave way, and they spilled out of the house, and the monster fell back, and the moon shone down on its ghastly face. Grettir, terrified, cuts off its head, but is cursed forever. From that moment on, wherever he was, he would see those hideous eyes staring back at him. Sometimes we allow our own fear to haunt us to our grave.
Right, so that's the last of the lore stones for this trial.
What's that sound?
Dillian! They're coming for me!
What's that voice? You can hear Dillian. It's Dillian. Go to him. Dillian, go to him. He's trying to save you. There it is. It's
close. It's close. Move away. Senua, move away. Feel it. You'll die. You feel it? You're dying. The burning has begun. Dying. The burning. The burning has begun. Go to the gates. There they are. The rooms. You can get through. Focus. Two more. Two more to find. Where are they, Senua? Where's Dillian? Where are you? Don't let it see you. Don't get lost. Don't let it see you. Run! Run now! The light. Go towards it. Focus. 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 Look.
All right, rune 2.
Find one more. One more.
Oh god, it's chasing me. Oh shit. Oh shit. One more rune. Where is it?
What should I do?
That's probably over here.
It only wishes to burn you to death.
Yeah, I kind of want to get burned to death though.
It is. Go towards it.
But it wants to.
I know it wants to, but I'm not going to let it.
Look at you. Don't let it see you. It's coming. Move away. You're lost again.
There we go.
Senua! Senua! What happened?
They're blaming me for the plague. They say that I'm cursed. What if they're right?
How would they know such a thing? Are they gods? None of us are. They're just people. Good people, but they're scared. They're afraid of what they can't see. Like children scared of the dark. They make up stories to fill the void. That doesn't make them true.
What if my father was right?
You have to step out of this darkness. Let them see who you really are, like I have. You're not a monster.
Without you, this darkness has made me a monster. What if this is pointless?
Okay, only one more stone left.
To do with the sword. What if we're wrong? The sword will never be yours. What if this is the end? It's just a trick. It's just a pointless test. You've been fooled before. You could be fooled again. You're being tested. You don't know. It's just their game for you. You never know which way it's going to go.
I want to tell you a story about a god of the Northmen called
So I have
Baldur,
questions for this
the second
Steam
son of
tag.
Odin. He was
Okay, what's the
beautiful,
tag?
good and wise.
Villain protagonist.
He was fair of feature.
Okay.
He spoke fair words. He gave fair
Apparently,
judgments.
I love games like this, according to
Light
Steam.
shone from him. Only good things
That's
were told of him.
given what I know about your desires, Rosie, that's not surprising.
To die.
So I checked out the tag, and in the new and trending, there's like 7 games. Two of them are just indie shit games. Look like they're half baked.
Fair enough.
Actually, about 3 of them are like that. 2 of them are zombie games, and then 2 of them are police simulator games. Like Autobahn Police Simulator 3 and police shootout.
You want to see what the mask sees? No, she doesn't.
On that.
Don't look through it. Where are we?
Well, either they're saying a cab or you're playing as a criminal shooting at police officers.
It's lighter. It's nicer. The bridge. It's not broken. It's fixed. What happened?
Start your policeman's career, solve cases, gain experience, and begin your adventure in San Andrino. So you're a cop trying to solve crimes, but you're the villain?
Or it
I
could be
guess
that
not.
that's just a community
Tell this
tag put
story
on the
about
game.
The death of Balder.
Yes, probably.
It begins with dark dreams. Night after night.
Ah,
Balder
damn you
dreams of his
Americans
own
ruining
death, and the gods
filing
fear
systems.
for his life. So Balder's mother makes everything in the world: fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood.
Listen, all
beast,
cultures are
bird,
capable of ruining a
serpent,
filing
poison,
system.
Sickness. Swear an oath not to harm her son. One by one, they each make their vow. Neither weapons nor wood will injure him, Balder's mother boasts. Only Loki, father of Hela,
I'll be right
mistress
back.
of
I'm gonna go
death,
get some water.
is not
No
allowed.
worries. Go ahead.
Hey,
Dillion is in there. Don't forget. You can feel. You need the runes to fight Dillion. You need Dillion. He's waiting for you. He always said he would wait. He's close.
okay, the top sellers make more sense.
Open the gate. It's locked. Try harder.
Destroy All Humans, Carrion, Tyranny, Dungeons 3.
She will.
Ah.
Ah, no. Even more police games.
And now back to reality.
The gate is open. Go through the gate. Go through it. It's dangerous. Follow it. What's behind the gate? Where will it take you? It's not safe. Curse. Just like it strangled him.
This is a game where we're
Dillion doesn't know who killed him, but we do. You broke him. You killed him. You couldn't see the darkness within you.
okay. Look for the
Dillion,
mask.
there he is. There he is. What are you waiting for? Quick, find a way. Find him. Go through it before he disappears. Where is he? Where's he gone? We're in the wrong world. He's not here. She's in the wrong world.
Oh,
He's in the other
the
world.
hell?
He's in the other world. He's in the dark world. The dark world.
The world once seemed so simple. Black and white. Darkness and light. Narrow dividing lines of our own making. Dillion taught her to see further. To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of colour stretching away from the gloom. And Senua explored new paths into the unknown.
The gods feast and rejoice and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Balder, striking at him with sword and axe. But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a woman and asks Balder's mother, "Is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe? I did not ask the mistletoe."
I acquired more
Balder's
water
mother
and I got some
confesses.
ass pops.
I thought it was
Nice.
too young.
Nice.
Oh dear.
Ah, yes, Baldur's undoing. The one thing she didn't ask to protect him, the mistletoe.
Remember how he made you feel.
Oh dear.
He's the reason she keeps fighting. Dillion undoes the curse. What does it feel like to feel a love so strong?
I feel like this is for a puzzle. I'd be wrong.
You can't go up there. You can't go up.
Okay, yeah, I was supposed to do that. I was supposed to do that. Okay.
You can't.
Go examine the mask.
He didn't believe that she was cursed. He said, but everyone else turned their backs.
Acquire a new perspective.
You have no chance for love. Nobody will love you again. Ever again.
Oh, maybe I was incorrect?
You're cursed. Does it feel warm? Do you feel safe? Dillion loves you.
Perhaps there is something you can do in the other world to prevent that tree from being there in this world?
Oh, wait. King symbols. That implies that the thing I'm supposed to need to open the front doors around somewhere. Ah, somewhere.
Senua, you've got it. Why isn't he here? He's gone. He's in the dark world. Who she could be. He's gone to the dark world. He saw who she really was. He saw the warrior within. Other world.
Does that come up?
Without you.
Alright.
Came very much before me to enjoy.
Did I do this from the light world, or do I have to go back to the dark world?
The whispers would imply the dark world.
No, it seems like the doors can also be opened from this world as well, but I don't know how to do anything. I can come in here, but okay, yeah, so I have to go to the dark world. I just wanted to check to see if I could do anything. Maybe there's like a lore rock there or something.
He saved you.
Fair enough.
Saved you. That's you. You owe him. His love keeps you strong. Your curse has claimed Dillion. Poor Dillion. He didn't know. He was kind. There he is. Where are you taking me? He's up there. How do you get up there? There's a way. There is a way up there. Find the way. She can do it. You're nearly there. Just find the way.
Go.
Why didn't she?
Loki makes a dart out of mistletoe and goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Huth, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taking point. Huth says, I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon. Loki replies, here is a wand. I will tell you where he stands. And Huth throws the mistletoe at Balder. It pierces through him, and to everyone's horror, Balder is killed. And for this, Huth is slain.
Damn, Hoof. That's why you don't trust Loki.
The curse. And now the darkness is swallowing you both.
The Northmen tell how the gods mourned Balder. His body was to be burnt on his ship.
Loki as a
They could
god
not
is the
manage to
epitome
push
of,
it into the
it was
sea
just a
and
prank,
sent
bro!
the giantess to do it.
Yeah.
She comes riding a wolf and has vipers for her reins. She pushes Balder's ship into the sea with such force that the ground shakes and the rollers burst into flames. When Balder's wife sees his body carried onto the ship, her heart bursts with grief, and she dies. She's put next to her husband, and the pyre is lit, sending the dead to hell. But even so, the gods cannot accept his death.
I just noticed the dead bodies just casually lying around.
She knew best. She thought she had light within her when she was only. She is pure darkness.
Years had passed since she left her father. She trained hard alongside her friend, Dillian. She saw things no one else could. Patterns, shapes, movement.
Why didn't she listen to her?
An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior. Friendship turned to love. But the shadow of darkness never let her go, and she was caught between two worlds. That of Zinbel and her past, and Dillian, her future. Two realities tearing at her soul.
He led you astray. You should have listened to your father when you had the chance. Why didn't you listen to him? This love has tortured you. I have no time for this. Speed up. These rules mean nothing. It's all part of their game. They've set you trials to distract you. We've set you up, and now they're going to watch you fall. What if these trials mean nothing? Everything laughing at you. Your love because he believed in you. That's Dillian, and you're letting this get in the way. If they are just to tire you out, to make you weak before the battle.
It's the light world.
Do you even remember? His love has guided you.
Back to the light.
Have you seen the new Doctor Strange movie?
I have not.
Nor have I, but I've been trying to find the time to.
With grief, the gods send Hermod
I have
to
not
ride to hell
seen it,
and ask Hela to
but I
let Balder
saw the
return. All the
Mauler
gods are
review.
weeping, he says. Are they? Asks Hela.
Somehow he managed to do a review that was like 3 times longer than the
Everything
movie.
in the world will weep for him. He shall go back to the gods. But if even one thing refuses,
It's like nearly 6
Balder
hours long.
stays with me. The gods send.
There's a lot of
messengers
references in the
everywhere.
movie,
Weep for
so I'm
Balder.
not terribly
Weep him out of
surprised.
hell. And everything wept. Men, beasts, earth, stone,
From what I
trees,
can gather,
metal,
the
everything
director
except for
who
a
wrote the
giantess
movie
they find in a cave.
had no idea what he was doing
Balder was
and
never
just
my
threw
friend,
stuff around
she
until
says. Let hell keep what she
a
has.
movie happened.
The Northmen say that the giantess must have been Loki in disguise.
And according to Mauler, it is completely nonsensical and just bad movie that assassinates every character that comes in contact with it.
I've heard that it has weird pacing, but overall it's a relatively okay movie as far as Marvel goes.
I think the biggest gripe was mostly Wanda herself. Basically, her.
Well, keep in mind, people haven't watched it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's just a big problem with her motivations.
The curse cannot be.
I'm aware of what you mean, and there are definitely better ways it could have been solved.
Yeah, apparently, there was a apparent plan that she was not going to be the villain of Doctor Strange's movie. Like they were going to do something.
Failsy. People haven't
That's
watched the
a
movie.
spoiler.
That's in the trailers.
It's not.
It's not.
No.
Well, they don't keep it secret for very long.
Northmen tell how the gods punished Loki for Baldur's death. They captured him and took him to a cave. They fetched his 2 sons and turned
apparently
one
they
into
had
a wolf, and he ripped his brother apart.
Plans that a
The
later
gods
movie
used Loki's own son's entrails
was
to
going
tie
to
him
do the
down
storyline of this
and
movie,
turned these bonds to iron,
and the
dangled a
director was
poisonous
like,
serpent over his
"No, I
face
want the fun
so that
toy.
its venom would drip onto him.
So we're
Each
going
time
to
the venom drips
speed
onto
run
Loki's
her,
face, he
speed run the
writhes in
conclusion,
agony.
so she can
The
be
Northmen say that is
like
the cause
they can
of
have the
earthquakes.
spectacle, but
A
none of the
reminder,
build-up."
perhaps, that if even
That
It
makes
did,
sense.
from what I've seen, it did definitely feel like this had a level of plot that could have been 2 movies,
Yeah,
but they
like,
put it as
Is the
one.
reason she's alive at all?
it's kind of like the Force Awakens issue where
What if this
uh,
is pointless?
not Force, the general saga of the sequel trilogy for Star Wars, where 2 directors start fighting each other for vision.
The gods were lying.
Yeah.
You think it makes sense, but really the gods are playing
And how J.J. Abrams basically had to cram 2 movies into one.
worlds.
I think the first one had okay pacing, but I haven't been able to sit through the second 2. At least not in full.
I think if you're talking about the Star Wars sequel trilogy, I think I watched the first and I watched the last one. And the last one definitely suffered the issue of it felt like 2 to 3 movies stapled together.
Well, he basically had to cram 2 movies together because Ryan Johnson...
I don't like what they did with Kylo.
Well, Ryan Johnson kind of yeeted the entire script or all the plot points that JJ set up so he could play fucking Hunt for Red October with spaceships.
You know, Hunt for Red October of Spaceships does sound kind of cool, actually, though. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's not Star Wars.
Yeah.
What's that one video game? Pilot Elite?
Elite Dangerous?
Elite Dangerous, that's what it's called.
But I mean, if you cut out that whole section in the second movie with where they leave the ship and go to a off-world casino place, which led to absolutely nothing in the story.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing about that in the second movie.
Yeah, a couple of people somehow leave the ship, don't get chased by the Imperials that is chasing the main ship, and basically have a capitalism is bad
Dillian never much cared for the underworld.
subplot.
dimly upon the druids.
To be fair, it wouldn't be the first time that the Imperials have just sort of decided to ignore a clear
Chieftain
vessel
who believed
leaving
nothing
the
he
main
couldn't see.
ship
And he happened to be blind.
issue.
She felt safe in Dillion's arms.
Yeah.
Had to see
But I
the
mean,
world
like,
through
if they
his
cut that
eyes.
entire section out, it would
Slowly.
basically be
The darkness that had bound her so
a
tightly
weird submarine story
began to unravel.
where two submarines are hunting each other in space or chasing each other.
There's a long way to fall.
It's
Very
weirdly
slow.
applicable.
Except without any of the drama of it, because they really don't know how spaceships work, so they just ignored most of how a spaceship works. It's like, I don't know what to do with these spaceships, so you two, leave ship and go get help from a hacker that won't help.
Your father cannot understand your darkness. He cannot see through your eyes.
Well, he just took a dip.
No one can.
Yep.
My own father was born blind. Doesn't have the faintest idea of what the night looks like. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So someone is afraid of the dark. Should we fix them by taking away their sight? Would you give up the beautiful world? You, and only you can see, just to be rid of your nightmares? Or is this the price you pay for the gift you have?
Are you reading this off a piece of paper just to the side of you there, mate?
Special in my
It does kind of look like that, doesn't it? I was going to say.
Just another part of
It looks like the script is just slightly off screen.
It's like, is this
Also,
your
I
first
think.
take?
Also, for a second there, I thought the guy was wearing a t-shirt.
The world's to protect you from my darkness. Because I love you.
No, he's just casually naked with a ring.
I'm so sorry.
Killing you would be too easy. They're taking your memories to torture you. They're taking you from the inside.
Trials, or am I good to go claim the sword now?
One memory at a time. Every
So
time
yeah,
you
with all of
remember,
that,
it disappears. Take everything.
funny business with the Star Wars trilogy. That's kind of what the Doctor Strange movie feels like.
They're eating you from the inside. They want to kill you.
Is that
The Northmen say that their
the director was like,
All-Father, Odin,
I have access to
gave his
all these
eye
toys
in
now.
exchange
I'm going
for
to have
drink
fun.
from Mimir's
Fuck you
well,
guys.
the well of wisdom.
I can't blame him. If I had access to all the
In
toys of
blindness,
Doctor
there
Strange,
can
I'd be
be
playing with them
wisdom.
too.
Only by giving can you receive in return.
But then he doesn't seem to understand
For this
how
reason, I give my life
these
and
characters
pass on
seem
my
to work.
stories of the Northmen to you, Senua.
Especially when he does a cameo from another universe and starts bringing in random people to be the Avengers
Where am
from a parallel universe.
I? I can't see. Who's there?
Can you hear me?
Only to literally humiliate all of them.
I'm right here. Can't you see me?
Help me.
Breathe slow.
Well, it'll have to be seen when the movie eventually gets watched.
Empty your thoughts.
I just need to find time to actually watch it.
Tell me what you feel.
The breeze.
Good. Then there is a
The
way out.
others. I can't tell where it comes from.
Yes,
I feel like I've now watched the entire movie with how thorough Mauler was.
It's okay. Listen.
It was more like less of a review and more of a total dissection.
Right.
Those are fun to watch sometimes.
Good. Be aware of everything you hear and feel. Let your senses guide you.
think this was the area that Jim Sterling got stuck in.
Maybe.
It was like an area where the darkness hurts.
Not hurting me.
I think I'm somewhere else now. The breeze has gone.
Use all
And he got stuck between two
let the world speak to you.
torch areas because one torch wouldn't light.
Do you hear?
I hear water.
Go to
Stay still.
I've reached the water.
Good. That's your way out. Follow it upstream.
So sorry. I thought I left us all behind.
Don't be sorry. It's not your fault.
He was right. It's inside of me. It won't let me go.
Senua. My father. He taught me the hardest battles are fought in the mind, not the sword. You're no coward. Prove that to me in the warrior tribe. This is just another battle. You can beat it.
This isn't your bet. You don't have to help him.
I want to. Besides, you are going to be a great warrior one day. We need people like you.
Okay. I'll do my best. I know what you're thinking. There is a house. Not really you. It seems there's no escaping the past in this place. I don't know what's inside.
Don't be afraid.
As if she's forced to relive it. What end? Dillian. There's something in here.
Oh god, I don't like to look at that thing.
No.
Then it cannot see you.
I can't wait to see what it looks like.
Quietly look past it.
I can kind of see it already.
Ooh, I see it now.
You looking?
He's just a little blobby boy. Little blobby wobble.
Oh god. Fine.
It's not following me.
Leave it behind and keep moving forwards.
Okay, that wasn't too bad.
I actually think running is the exact opposite of what you should be doing.
Yeah, no, there's more of them.
There's more of them. I think they're moving.
You're breathing too fast.
I'm scared.
This is the sound of your breath. In and out. In and out. It will pass. You can do this, Senua.
That actually was kind of weirdly stressful.
That's fair. They're giving you very limited ability to perceive the world around you. And likely insta-kill monsters.
Yeah.
Death.
The darkness is testing you. You are in control.
There's a well.
Don't turn back.
Oh, that's exactly what you want to do. A balancing beam literally in pitch blackness.
Oh, that's what you did.
It's definitely a wise decision. Know exactly where your next foot is supposed to go.
Help me.
Okay, don't get stuck on the bodies, please. There. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Dillian, is that you?
They're so undulating.
Yeah.
I can see you too.
I gotta be honest, that was actually kind of a semi-effective horror segment. Like, that legitimately was kind of stressful.
Fair.
She could spend hours, days even, trapped within herself, in the dark.
You see me?
Yes.
Your eyes were open, but you were gone.
And when it finally let her go, she could be anywhere, with no memory of how she got there.
When it comes for me, I have no power over it.
But here, for the first time, someone was there to help.
But I heard your voice. You brought me back.
You found your own way back. All you needed was a little help. A little hope.
That should be all 4 of the trials.
You've done it. You did it. The warrior trials. Go get the sword. You did it for the sword. You have to get the sword.
With grammar reforged, you will have Odin's blessing to walk, a goddess, into the halls of Helheim and challenge Hela as an equal.
So Dillian was helping me. And the sword will lead me to him. Like when we first met.
Dillian gave her the strength to pass the warrior trials, and she saw a way out.
Odin's only willing to help you because he doesn't like Loki or any of his offspring.
And become a warrior in Dillian's
Yeah.
land.
The sword is tainted by the gods of darkness. Leave it.
He left it here. He wants me to take it.
You will pay a price for this.
But years later, with Zinbal's parting words still haunting her, the darkness came back with a vengeance. The plague.
Dillian?
Everyone suffered.
It's time for the titular Hellblade.
Oh no, apparently there's a new
Do you see it clearly now, Senua?
Goose
Suffering you
type game.
This is your
Oh, no.
fault. You brought this plague to us.
A game where you play as an animal just being an asshole.
Of course.
They just want a squirrel with a gun.
I've actually been watching the development of that.
Apparently, you can pretend to be a cute little squirrel, make people pull out the phones and pull out a gun so they drop the phone.
Yeah, obviously, hold people up. You can also use the gun to double jump.
It's coming back. He's too fast. He's finished.
That doesn't never let me down.
That's a lot of fancy runes.
Mirror. The mirror focuses. Bill, he can anticipate your moves. You can do this. Focus. There's nowhere to run to.
In the sea of corpses,
Do
the
you finally
corpse
have
waved
this
through
magic
itself
sword?
over the ones I loved. The ship broke up under them.
Yes.
The ship that had sailed from the land of shining fields.
Oh boy.
Their memorial stone is sacred. Come not here in the sun. Come not with a sword. Come not crying over a naked corpse. Come not with disturbed mind.
She's lost.
Are they gonna touch you?
They're trying. Oh, they're trying.
Don't touch me with your grabby hands.
Oh shit. Yeah, this is hell.
Do you hear the suffering, Senua? Does your precious gift of sight let you see the souls that rot here in this sea of corpses?
I see. This is
Do you
the
feel
crying
blood
and
run
infinite
cold
burning
on your
pain
skin?
part of hell.
Do you hear their endless cries?
Now you just have to
Do
find the frozen
smell
part
their
of hell.
putrid wounds? They were once brothers, sisters, and loved ones. And look at what you have done to them. All because you were a coward, because you banned from your curse instead of facing it. When you turned your back on your father, Zimbo, you turned your back on the gods and let the darkness wreak havoc on your people.
Gotta be careful.
I know.
Why must they pay for your heresy?
Ooh, different weapons.
Yep. These are mace guys.
Finish this. End it now.
Ooh, boy, big guy.
Stop. She will die. Stop.
For a second, as you were dodge rolling around him, I thought he just had his whole ass out.
I thought so too for a second there too, I'll be honest.
It's like the reflection of the color of his pants is the same color as his skin.
Okay, I accidentally changed targets.
She finished it. It's nearly over. Finish. Focus now.
Okay.
Focus. Focus.
Oh, you...
Yeah, doing whatever this is doesn't freeze them in time, it just slows things down, it seems.
There we go. Ooh.
Who is it? Galena! Where are you?
Do you hear, Senua? Do you hear the voice of your mother, Galena? She calls for you, Senua. Go to her. Answer her pitiful call.
Yes, I will, evil voice in my head. Just a second. Trying to figure out where I'm supposed to be going.
And it will take yours too. It's taking you. Taking you further and further into it. Surrender to the darkness. Darkness is here.
That's the way I came from? Yeah, that's the way I came from. I'll be honest, everything kind of looks the same in this area, so it's hard to tell where I came from.
And you know, just everything looks the same in hell. That's how it goes.
Yeah. Alright, into the Blood River.
Mother! I need you! Help me! You're both dead. You both surrendered to the voices.
Your dear beloved mother was powerless against the darkness when it came for her. She too had a sight. She too doubted the gods and let the darkness infest her. But she didn't run. She escaped the only way she knew how. She gave her life to the gods. If only you had done the same, the world would have been spared this horror. It's not too late. She's calling for you. Why don't you join her?
Come on, big shot.
Focus now.
Oh god. Come on.
He's gone! Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Behind you.
Alright. Come on, big shot, let's go. Get parried.
Behind you. Too slow. You won. He's defeated. She's going to die. No, she's not. The mirror. The mirror. Focus is coming back. You can do it. You're close.
Did I parry his drop kick? Okay, that's pretty sick if I just parried his drop kick. Oh boy. Alright, which one of you guys is gonna come at me first? Oops, wrong button. Wrong timing. Come on, come at me, boy. Who's next? Yeah, I knew there's more of you. Come on. Come on. Take your swing.
Use your sword. Do it. Do it. Do it. Stop them. You finished it. Focus now. Focus.
Okay. That wasn't too bad. Oh, there's more.
Why do you still fight on? Maybe you too should suffer with your brethren in this rot and let your blood seep into the seas and the rivers of hell. Isn't that what you deserve after all you've done? Give the darkness what it wants, let it swallow your soul and destroy all that you are. Why are you fighting for someone who is already dead? Just look around you. What hope is there for him, even if his soul could be rescued?
This guy dead? Not
Do you
dead
think
yet.
he would thank you for what you have done?
Yeah, no, these guys are
To
tanky.
his friends, to his father.
You're both dead. You both surrendered to
Is that the same
The
one I
darkness
left?
has taken you. Galena and
Like the same fight scene?
Galena and
Maybe.
You are lost. There's nothing you can do. You're dead. You're both dead. Mother and daughter dead in the sea of corpses.
Have you had many fight scenes in Hell so far?
Voices took her and
Ah, I think it's the only one. Or at least this is the first time I've fought in this area for sure.
Wow, so it did take that long. I actually left the room and came back to the end of the fight scene.
Yeah, it was a long endurance battle, basically. Ooh, boy.
Don't look at me.
Yeah. Big boy. There she is.
I can't fight it anymore. Not on my own. Where are you, Mother? I want to be with you.
That night, she gave up on her world to follow in the footsteps of her mother, to go to a place where the darkness couldn't reach her.
Senua. Look at me.
Do you hear them? They're calling for me.
We've lost so many. And I've lost my father. I can't lose you.
You said it. I have blood on my hands.
I didn't say that. You've done nothing wrong.
Symbol was right. Everyone will suffer.
Zimbel is a fake. He is a hateful, bitter liar. He's poison.
And his words still haunt you. Who do you trust? Him? Or me? Do you still believe in me, Senua? In us? Come back to me. Please. Don't let this darkness come between us.
Thus we reawaken.
The hardest battles are fought in the mind. He gave her the sword with which to fight in more ways than one. And she gave him her word, never to surrender. All she needed was a little help. A little hope.
Was that the entire sub-quest to get the sword?
Yes. Well, it's not really a sub-quest, it's the main story, but...
Like in terms of, like, your goals of what you were meant to be doing...
Yes, that was all to get the sword.
Yeah.
Look, she had to overcome her demons to get the sword. That's the thematic thing. Well, if she hasn't overcame her demons, they're probably still gonna fuck with her, but...
I'm here to help you. Senua. We're back. We found her. We found you. We thought we lost her. Where have you been? Here she is. Don't worry. We're here to help you. You don't have to do this on your own anymore. You need us. There's a way in.
Into the mountain.
Can you see it?
Shall we tell her where to go?
It's not far. Go on. Look up. Just up there. Listen to us. That's it.
Shall we tell her where to go?
Shall we?
Does she know which way to look? Does she know the way to the mountain? She's a good girl.
Oh, isn't she? Look up. So clever. Did you miss us? Oh,
There's a door.
You can do it. You
Okay, now the voices are patronizing me.
I'm not listening.
As they do.
Alright, and now on to what I'm going to assume is probably the finale.
I will tell you of a great hero named Sigurd, son of Sigmund, no less. Born after his father's death, Sigurd is cared for by the dwarf Rain. But Rain does not love the boy. Instead, he plans to use him for his own ends. You see, Rain's father possessed a great treasure given to him by the gods. But Rain's brother, Fafnir, killed his father and took the gold
What is an
all
intentional
for
thing
himself.
that developers do where they
Fafnir
leave
hid the treasure out on a
something
heath
that
and could not
kind of
move it.
indicates how long the
And from
game has left to
evil
go?
in his heart,
Yeah, that's what I was
turned
thinking.
into a dark creature.
That's basically what this is. This is basically... Its position on the ring basically tells you how far into the game you are. Because the very top, like that S at the very top, is the first one you get in the game.
I've noticed that in some other games where you can see how long you have left with the game with like the upgrade screen.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because if you're running out of upgrades to get, you could pretty safely assume you're probably towards the end game.
Yeah.
Senua, do you know where you're going?
wonder if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I'd say in this context, it's done in a subtle enough way. Because it's done for the collectibles.
Like, just in general, like, is it a good thing to let your player know how close they are to the end, or...
I mean, at some point, you probably want to signify that you're approaching the end game, depending on the game you're playing. Like, if you're a long-form RPG, or there's like a point of no return, you probably want to let the player know.
A great beast guards Helheim. Garm is its name.
Alright, folks. Well, I have to get up at 5 in the morning tomorrow morning, so I need to call it for the night.
Yeah, I'm probably going to call the stream here, too, because the stream's almost 2 hours now. And I think I'm approaching the end game.
If you are too much of a coward to step into the shadows,
They can't stop me.
then do it.
Alright.
This is the part Jim Sterling got stuck in.
Ah. Oh, we'll see if I get stuck here. Well, I imagine they would have patched it by now, but... Anyways,
well,
I'm going to call the stream here.
I will chat you all later.
Hey, later, Ash. Take it easy.
Hope y'all do as well.